Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another movie review on the 2017 Power Rangers movie. Just saw the movie last night after work with the lovely Charlita 1 at the Tan Fran Theater. Just saw it in a regular 2D showing. They didn't have XD available or anything like that, so just watched it straight ahead. Classic movie watching fashion. Now I'm going to start this review off with a non-spoiler section, and then we're going to get into the spoiler section, and I'll give you a warning before we do that. So non-spoilers! I liked the movie. I had a feeling I was going to like this movie. I liked the trailers, I was sold on it, even the promo images I thought looked really cool. So I've been excited for this movie, and I did like it. There were things that I didn't like about it, but nothing bad enough to make me dislike the movie as a whole. Not even anything that really pissed me off, you know, it was just, well, there was one thing that kind of pissed me off. Yeah, and I'll get to that in the spoiler section, even though it's not really a spoiler. But yeah, anyway, getting into the things that I liked about the movie, before we get into the spoilers, is I really liked the acting over everything else. I thought that the actors just carried this movie so well that they just, I don't know how to explain. I mean, I don't know any of these actors, so I didn't really have any assumptions to how their acting would be. I just went in there cold and then was just very impressed. I think all the Rangers held the movie really well. I liked Rita, I liked Bryan Cranston, I liked Alpha 5. I mean, I liked everything. I liked all the actors. I thought they were all great. I really enjoyed it a lot. Well, I will say, I hoped to have liked the Zords more than I actually did, though. I was a little bit more sold on the Zords going into the movie than I actually was watching the movie. So I guess if there's one disappointing thing is that I didn't really like the Zords as much as I had hoped I would. So that part kind of bummed me out just a little bit. But as far as everything else goes, I liked the story a lot. I thought it moved really well. I thought the pacing of the movie was really good. When we got into the action, and I thought the action was great, so I really liked that. So there's a lot of things that I just really liked about this movie, and I don't want to get too far into it, but if you want to go see a movie this weekend, check it out. I recommend it. If you want to wait till Blu-ray, I guess I don't blame you, but still, it's a fun movie, man, so go watch it. I thought it was a good movie. I really liked it. Okay, on to the spoilers. 5, 4, 3, 2, face! Okay, best parts of the movie. My 5 favorite parts of the movie. Again, number 1 was the acting, but I really liked the relationships. Not just the acting, but the writing for the movie. The way Jason and Billy really started this team together, it just really, I don't know, I thought it was all, I thought all 5 of them came together really well. So I really liked it a lot, and I really believed that they're all high school kids and stuff, and they're all kind of renegades in their own way. They're all kind of lost, which is a very high school thing to go through. I mean, we all feel lost when we're in high school. It's the point in your life where you're trying to figure out who the hell you are. So you really got that vibe. It really felt like a good high school themed movie. Yeah, just the interaction between all of them. There was no real love story going on, which I thought was okay. I felt like the movie didn't really need it, but I just really like how the characters interacted with each other. I like how they made each other grow too. I thought that was really important. So I really like the characters over anything else, and which is a very important thing to like in a movie, are the main characters. I liked the sense of adventure in this movie too. The discovery of the powers, finding the power coins and everything. I liked all of that. I thought that was great. The confusion, the mystery. It's like you're on this ride with them, and you're discovering all this stuff. So I really felt the director and the writers and all the actors did a really good job of like taking us on this journey. I really liked that a lot. Again, I liked Alpha 5 and Zordon. Bryan Cranston was a great Zordon. I gotta say, they also had the phrases in there. Of course, you hear Alpha 5 go, ay, 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 ay. I was like, ah, sick, nice. Way to throw that in there. And there's all kinds of Easter eggs in this movie. There are Easter eggs that I didn't recognize from other Rangers and stuff, from other, you know, Rangers seasons and stuff like that I didn't know about, but I caught the ones, you know, that were definitely, you know, meant for Mighty Morphin and everything. So I thought that was really cool. I liked that. Even though it's a little bit silly, but I wanted it. So I don't know if you could actually consider them Easter eggs, but two little bits that they had in there that I really liked was Bumblebee from the Transformers. They had a Transformer in there, and when Bumblebee got crushed, I was like, oh no, Bumblebee! And Jason just goes, oh, sorry, Bumblebee. And then the other one is that we actually see the original Tommy and Kimberly filming the whole battle against Goldar on their cell phones. I thought that was great. I got really pumped up for that. I thought that was awesome. And I really felt like the people that were making this movie, like, they really knew who they were talking to. Like, they really knew who the audience was. And that just really made me happy throughout the whole movie. The humor of the movie was great, too. I mean, early on, we get some nice adult humor, right? The double... I mean, I thought it was funny as hell, so I liked that. And it wasn't over the top or trying too hard. I feel like it was just well within there. It felt, even though this was a much darker Power Rangers movie, it still felt light to me. You know, it never got depressing. It was just, I just think they nailed the vibe really well. The Zords themselves, I thought, looked cooler than I had hoped. Now I have those little Zord toys, you know. Now a lot of people don't like those. I liked them because I was already sold on the images that we had seen, the promo images and stuff, and what we see in the movie. The Zords themselves actually look cool. I do have a big complaint about the Zords and the Megazord, which I'll talk about in a moment, but I thought seeing the Zords moving around and everything, I thought they're awesome. I liked the designs, and I just liked seeing them all on screen, especially for a good amount of time before turning into the Megazord. I liked that a lot. And then, I gotta say, man, as an overall first Power Rangers movie, I thought it was a really well-made package deal, you know? Like, I think they're setting us up really well for a sequel, and I really like that a lot. I mean, seriously, the movie was fun to watch from beginning to end. You know, I really liked it. There was just, you know, well, I'm going to get into my complaints in a second, but overall, I like the package that they gave us. I like the look. I like how the Rangers fought and everything. I like the directing and a lot of the camera angles and stuff like that too. One thing I noticed is, like, one of the earlier shots, you get this crazy Dutch tilt, and then it goes into like this private scene of just two people talking in a car, and it's a very leveled shot. You know, I liked that a lot. I liked the contrast. You have a really cool scene at the beginning where the camera's spinning around Jason. You know, I thought that was pretty creative. It had a very indie filmmaker feel. I don't remember who the director was, and I'm not familiar with him, but if you know what he's done in the past or whatever, let me know. But I thought the directing was really good. Okay, now the 5 things that I did not like about this movie. Number 1, going back to our two characters, Jason and his dad, talking in the truck. There's this thing that I hate that some filmmakers do that drives me absolutely nuts. It pisses me off. The shaky cam. And I'm not talking about Cloverfield like, oh, this is like a first-person movie, we're going to pretend we're in the streets running around the camera. It's this subtle shake thing where it's like the camera's still, but nope, just gonna move it a little bit. It drives me nuts, man. That drives me absolutely insane. I hate that, especially because I'm sensitive to motion sickness. It's a genetic thing, all right? It just started making me nauseous a little bit. It wasn't like that throughout the whole movie, but just some parts, the camera's just, oh, you thought it was steady for a second? Well, I just gotta scoot you a little bit. Why? Just put it on a damn tripod, or get a gimbal. You know, that pissed me off the most. That was my number 1 complaint. The Zords. Going back to the Zords. I thought the Zords were cool, run around Zords and everything, but when they form into the Megazord, that does not add up, man. Those Zords were way too small to build that Megazord. I even saw it coming. When they're fighting Goldar and everything, and I see the Zords running around like Goldar's up here, and these things are like Chihuahuas down there, man. That's kind of like what the scaling was, if I remember correctly. And as soon as I saw those 5 Zords, I was like, they are not going to be able to make the size of... I mean, 5 Chihuahuas does not add up to 1 Shartimus. It just did not scale right. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh no, well, you know, when this finally happens, this is not going to add up correctly. And so that bummed me out. And then when I actually saw the Megazord, I was like, oh man, that's not like, there wasn't enough Zords in it. Like the legs, right? Like the legs were just not, you can't see anything of the Triceratops or the Mastodon. And also, I couldn't really pinpoint exactly where the Rangers were on the body of the Megazord. Like, were Zach and Billy like on the upper thigh? And then the other three were kind of like spread out right here. I didn't totally, I wish we'd gotten like one shot to make it clear to like where they all were on the Megazord. So, I mean, my bigger complaint really is I just feel like the Zords could have been bigger, especially the T-Rex. And then the pterodactyl stole the show. I mean, which I thought was good. And it looked way cooler than the toy, too. So I thought the pterodactyl was awesome. But I wanted the T-Rex to be awesome, too. From what I remember from the show, it's like the T-Rex could almost take on the giant bad guy on its own for like maybe a little bit. Like handle his own. Not totally defeat the giant bad guy, but kind of handle his own for a little bit, but still get his butt kicked, you know. But the T-Rex was just like a little bit bigger than the other Zords. And I felt like T-Rex should have been a lot bigger. So there's my complaints with that. The other thing that I didn't really like too much is that during the movie I felt like it got a little bit slow when they're supposed to morph. Like, we had already gone through the training part, which was great. I loved that. And but when it got to the point in time where they're supposed to morph, I was like, come on, man. Like you should have. I felt like that could have gone a little bit quicker. You just needed somebody to do like a selfless act for it to really happen, and I felt like that just took a little too long. Like by then I was like, alright, come on man, I want to see them fight as power. I want the suits on them already. I've been watching this for a long time, bro. Like really, the kids are great, they're doing great acting, but I did walk into a Power Rangers movie. It's about time we see some damn Power Rangers stuff, except for that one moment where we see Billy standing there for a second and then it's gone. It's like, oh, come on. So did feel a little long to finally see the Power Rangers like really show up. The other thing is Bulk and Skull. We didn't really get a Bulk and Skull in there. And again, I love the humor in the movie. So the whole thing with the bully and everything was great. But yeah, if we had gotten Bulk and Skull, that would have been really awesome. And then also getting Goldar as an actual character would have been really cool. I mean, I don't know. It's like the putties are mindless as they are, so having another, like a sidekick to Rita would have been really good. And I liked Rita a lot, by the way. I liked how they went with the horror movie angle with her, and she was like gross, so we get that nice foot shot, those gross feet. I thought that was funny. But yeah, having a Goldar that actually had a personality or speaking lines would have been really good, especially because I'm reading the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic right now. And there's a lot of story going on with Goldar and Tommy right there. So I thought that would have been, I don't know, it would have been cool to see an actual Goldar. And then there's no after the credit scene, but we get a mid-roll credits clip, which I thought was pretty neat. And the spoiler, you know, again, is we get Tommy Oliver. So we don't see him, but, you know, we see the green jacket there and everything. And I thought that was pretty neat. So they're letting us know that, hey, we want to make another one. We're going to make another one. So please make another one, you guys. I liked this movie. I thought it was good. I can't wait to see a sequel to it. I have a feeling they're going to. I don't know how the numbers look, but I really hope that they do make a sequel to this movie. Anyway, that's my review, you guys. And I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Super Geek Box for sponsoring this video. If you're not familiar with Super Geek Box, they're a monthly subscription service. That's where I got this cool shirt right over here, amongst these other goodies that you can see on the review station. And this is the little pamphlet right here showing all the other possibilities of things that will show up in your box. If you had the March box already coming your way, use my promo code /ShartimusPrime. The link is in the description below and you'll get 10% off on your monthly subscription service. And if you want to check out what's coming for April, the theme for the April box is Shrink. So check that out. Link in the description below. Thanks to you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
We're shot in your face. I said we're shot in your face. I said we're shot in your face. I said we're shot in your